A 16-year-old boy is hospitalized tonight after yet another unintentional shooting. This is the second one involving teenagers in less than a week. News specialist Garna Mejia is tracking the latest on this one and spoke with the teen's parents. Garna, what happened?
Yeah, good evening, Deanie. You know, just as you mentioned, we were just talking about a very similar and sad situation on Saturday night. In today's incident, we're hearing from the parents that the teens were actually cleaning a handgun. They didn't realize that the chamber had a bullet inside of it, and that's when one of the teens shot the other one. Police rushed to the scene of an unintentional shooting involving teenagers.
Our officers have learned that there was two 16-year-olds inside the home that appeared to have been playing with or otherwise manipulating a firearm, and at some point that firearm discharged.
Roy City Police say it was shortly before 1 this afternoon in the area of 2500 West and 5200 South, where they found one of the teens bleeding.
One of the teenagers was struck in the stomach with the bullet, and he was transported to the hospital.
Police are releasing only minimal information, but we spoke with the injured teen's stepdad, who declined an on-camera interview, but tells us that his stepson was cleaning a handgun with his friend. He says the magazine was clear from the gun, but the teens didn't realize a bullet was still in the chamber. That's when the friend pulled the slide and accidentally discharged the gun. The stepdad says the bullet went through his son's stomach, tearing through an intestine, but barely missing his kidney. Then it went through a solid wood door before stopping in another door. The stepdad says the round was actually target ammunition, which experts like Chris Bertram think may have saved the boy's life.
Had that been a hollow point that would have expanded and mushroomed as it went into the body, you know, tearing at organs as it went through, maybe, you know, ricocheting off something, wow, a lot different outcome than they have in Roy today.
And in a similar situation, a 13-year-old boy did not survive this last weekend. West Jordan police say his 15-year-old friend accidentally shot him in a church parking lot. The 15-year-old in that case was booked into juvenile detention on suspicion of manslaughter. It's why Bertram says you can never be too careful with firearms.
I've seen those accidents happen, or people, you know, load a gun when they didn't realize they loaded it, and you got to go back and check it. That's the wisdom of firearms.
Now, we are hearing that that injured teenager is expected to recover. He had surgery earlier today. As for his friend that shot him, it doesn't sound like he'll be facing any charges. Now, the stepdad tells us that that handgun belonged to the victim's older brother. We'll send it back to you.
We're seeing again the importance of an overabundance of caution, Garna.